What you're about to see is a really scary video, but I guarantee you the only thing harmed in the making of this video was my pride. I should have paid more attention when I started to turn this bowl. Unfortunately, I knew that it had been cut correctly when I cut it, when I had first gotten the log. I did not know there was another branch part in there. Actually, there were two. And what it ended up doing was this in the center here, what you call the center of the log or the center of the branch is called the pith. The pith is hard enough to wood turn, but the part to the outside of the pith makes it very rough wood. So if you look at this, it's not very pretty. It's got a lot of black rough spots. It's just, it's unusable. It's unusable. But I love, love, love the shape of the bowl. Unfortunately, as I was working, it cracked right across here. And from the outside, it looks even worse. And nothing I did was fixing this. But I fell in love with the shape, and I just kept trying and trying and trying, and I could not get this to work no matter what I did. So this will remain on my shelf behind me to remind me to pay attention and not try to force something. Sometimes the wood is just not the right wood for what you're doing. That's it. And so what it was, the pith part was right there. And what that is the center of the log. And it's basically like a thing of straws. If you try to carve out in the center here, you lose all the stability. Everything just breaks out, okay? If you cut a log to make a bowl, you would be cutting from the side here. It just has a lot more strength to it, and it sticks together. The thing is, even if you're cutting on this side, where you cut coming up this way and this way is going to be rough. It's going to be a rough edge, and it's very difficult to get that rough edge to be very smooth. Sometimes just having an extra sharp chisel does the trick, or sometimes having the lathe going at a very fast pace and you moving the chisel very, very slowly is enough. But what can happen, like happened in here, is you get a lot of tear out, where it's just kind of like spaces here. Every time you're going at it with the chisel, this is what's happening to the fibers. And to get them to then be smooth is very, very difficult. And it can't always be done. So usually when you cut a log, you would cut, say this was the outside of a tree, right? You would cut the log down the center so that the pith is not really there. It's, you cut the pith out. This is the very side edge of where the pith would have been. So now this, I came across this log. This log is going in the garbage because I realized that this I had cut when I first started wood turning and didn't know the first thing about what I was doing. And this has the giant pith smack in the center, right there. So this is useless. This cannot be turned. At least I don't have the ability. Maybe somebody else has the ability to turn this. It's not in me, that's for sure. I'm not going to even attempt it. I just don't. I have enough other wood to work with, and I'm just not going to bother trying. But I will be trying to recreate this shape at some point, so don't be surprised when you see me doing it again. And you know what? The whole video is a learning experience in what not to do. Enter at your own risk. Hi, today I'm going to work on a large bowl blank of Ashwood. Ashwood is a tree, ash tree obviously, is a tree that's developed a disease, and they're actually all dying. It's only a matter of time before there won't be any ash left at all. So I was very excited to get a piece of wood that was big enough to make 2 huge bowl blanks out of. And I've never worked with ash before. I'm excited to work with it because it's a limited time that I'm able to work with this because eventually there won't be any more ash left, at least not in this country. I don't know if this disease is worldwide. I think it might be, but it's a shame. From what I've been told, the Ashwood is a beautiful, beautiful wood. A lot of really intricate wood grain and stuff, so I'm anxious to see how the bowl comes out. It's huge, and you see how, how large this is. Obviously, the bowl will not be this big because we end up cutting quite a bit of it off, but it's a really good start. I did have to grind down past all the bark because this is so large. First off, there was a big lump on one side, and then this is such a heavy plank that I wanted to make sure I really got a good grip on actual wood and not just bark for my faceplate. So, all right, say a little prayer, put on some safety equipment, and we'll get going. Okay, so the other day I had turned this bowl and or candy dish, whatever it turned out to be, and it looked good. I liked the shape of it and stuff. And then when I took it off the lathe and stood it upright, I did not like the shape at all. This part is way too thick and bulky, and this line here just really, I lost any kind of like flow and gracefulness of it. And also I did not hollow out enough of the inside. So I'm going to try to reshape this part here a little bit. Okay, I am done with this. I'm not going to go any further. I'm making myself crazy. There is no sense of putting a huge amount of sealant on this because it's just not going to ever be pretty. So I have to cut off the base from the tenon.